so we should be going live pretty soon.
Yeah.
Upcoming in 4 minutes.
Now streaming live.
We're now streaming live. Okay, cool. Well then, here we are.
Yep.
Hi, kids.
There we go.
All right, cool. So yeah, we're gonna play some ASSH, and let me just close YouTube so I don't get that awful echo. And done. So here we are. Cool. Fine. So it's ASSH session 14.
Wow.
I know. So last time we played was about a month ago, something like that. And life got in the way, you know, COVID, not COVID, new year. It's a new year. A whole bunch of stuff happened. So we left off. Oh man, I got this ridiculous looking name on the screen here. That's ridiculous. Let me
I wasn't
change
gonna
that.
say anything, but
I know. That's terrible. But wait a minute. Let's spotlight for everyone. No. Let's go. So, you guys were going up to see the Oracle on Mount Fork. That's what you want to see. So you got directions from Crazy Gladys in the market. She actually gave you pretty good directions, not just go this way, but like you turn here, turn there, and literally you're just at this point now where you're turning at this large conifer that kind of like started to grow down and then grew up again. So you're on the right spot. You're at a point where the trail is very steep, and you're on either side it's surrounded by like conifers and boulders and that sort of thing. And as you were going up that part of the trail, you notice the rocks and whatnot being dislodged, and you realize something is kind of hunting you or following you or paralleling you. And I think if I recall correctly, Dietrich definitely knew he had something. So we're being hunted here, and you guys kind of like position, so you're trying to race it, get up to the high ground before they do, because everybody knows you want the high ground, and you kind of did. And then this giant bear owl hybrid looking thing, comes out. You guys all know what it is, but of course, the barbarians, the clan of the Iron Eagle, they had no idea what the hell this thing is. But this giant, bear-like creatures, like 13 feet long, with this huge, like owl-like head on top with these, terrible claws. Forget what Twainian calls them in the book. There's some like really highfalutin word which means giant, like bird-like claws. It's awesome. I wish but it's so that's behind you, and so Torsten and Arngrim and Boog kind of run up the incline. However, Dietrich and Mizgit sort of stand their ground, and Mizgit casts enlarge upon Dietrich, and Dietrich all of a sudden becomes a lot bigger. And the owl bear was taken aback, but did not fail morale, so it does not run. So it's roaring, and well, in the meantime, the other Torsten, Arngrim, and Boog are like higher up, kind of turned around, ready to like, what do we do? And you hear, fortunately, you're not surprised, but you hear behind you movement, and you realize there's another, not quite so large, but we won't call it small, creature just like that. And we've kind of left it right there. And these creatures, they're both doing that thing like bears do, where they stomp and they start roaring, except that this is more like a squawk roar hybrid sort of thing. And as they're doing it, like the feathers around their heads and necks are just flaring out. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen a parrot that gets really ticked off. They're flaring out like that, and they're waving their heads like side to side, like bears do. So like there's this ripples in their fat and everything, but it's just making these horrific noises. And you're really not. I don't. We're not really having an initiative yet. They're just kind of like toying with you. It looks like. I don't believe like any real combat ensued. So yeah, this is where we're opening things up. Probably good time to declare actions and roll for initiative. And I think it was Jose that reminded us that we haven't been doing that, which is a really big part of this game and some other OSR games. You declare actions before initiative.
So we declare before we roll. Okay.
Yeah, declare before.
Oh, okay. Oh.
So we got 2 owl bears basically. And I forgot, it got the high ground before we did.
One has a high ground,
and one doesn't.
So yeah. So in other words, you're on this incline, and so you've got owl bear, you've got owl, the Three Musketeers, Torsten, Arngrim, and Boog. And a little further down, you've got Mizget and Giant Dietrich. And then at the bottom, you've got Big Owlbear. So you were able to beat the first one, kind of.
Right.
But the second one that's looped around you, clearly these things have hunted with this strategy before. And on both of them, you can see scars. I mean, this is clearly they've dealt with men before. Because they're scars, based that you know are to be weapon scars. These aren't really claw marks or anything. So they definitely had skirmishes with men before. So this is not their first rodeo.
There's 3 of us, Torsten, and are you using a shield, Torsten?
Yeah, but we're on horseback, aren't we?
No, you
I
left your
forgot.
horses down at the bottom because it got to be too difficult for the horses.
Okay, all right, excellent.
So are you using a shield?
Yeah,
Because we could form a shield wall. That's what we could do. The advantage is we get a little protection, but the disadvantage is that if we flank it, we get a +1 to hit. I don't know. Maybe it's better to form the shield wall. Because we need 3 people for the shield wall. So Boog is the 3rd.
yeah. So I think that's right. Let's form a shield wall and advance on it.
Right.
How far is it?
It's kind of come up pretty close to you guys. So, I mean, it's within, gosh, I would say it's like within like 50, 60 feet
Okay.
of you. And ditto for the other one around Dietrich and Mizget. It's not coming really close. It's kind of almost toying with you.
Okay. So probably our best option is to form the shield wall and ready attacks for when it comes at us.
Right.
Okay. And what about Dietrich and Mizget? What is your plan, gentlemen?
Okay, I had positioned myself with kind of in a horse stance. I remember I had my spear as well as my net out.
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying to
recall
raise
that.
my
Yeah.
arms, trying to make myself even bigger. And
Yep,
when
yep.
when the realization comes on me that I have actually gotten bigger,
Right.
that kind of empowers me to continue on and loom over and yell as loud as I can, at the bear creature again. So I'm trying to intimidate it to make it back off.
And what are you yelling at it? This is important. Come on.
Well, I'm yelling run, but almost growling it out like I'm giving directions to them. You know what I mean?
Like I need to hear this. I need to hear this. Come on.
Like,
Come on.
run!
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? I'm kind of clueless of what they're facing behind me right now anyway.
Right. Okay. And Miskit?
I'm readying my my spike staff
Okay.
and
So
actually kind of positioning myself like near Dietrich's legs so that it makes us kind of a little bit bigger, picking up on what he's going with, obviously.
Right.
Kind of going for the 3-headed beast kind of thing.
Okay.
Well, 2-headed in this case, but still looking scared, attempting to look scarier than we are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Channeling
scared
into
or
my voice.
scary?
Scary.
Scary.
Okay, kind of like scary. Okay. All right. Well, now that's time for initiative, even though it's kind of
Yeah.
interesting. You guys are just all holding your actions more or less. But oh,
Oh no.
I rolled 6 on this new
4.
beautiful die. Okay.
Ooh.
All right. The top owl there near Torsten and Boog and Arngrim. Let's see. You form the shield wall.
Yes. So that gives us an extra +2 to
Mhm.
armor class.
Okay, let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, it's going after Arngrim. And the thing all of a sudden starts.
The nice thing is just for a point of information, since we're relearning, because if it has to move more than half its movement
Mhm.
to attack us, he can still full movement to attack us, but then that's what's called an end of round action, which in
Right.
this case would just mean that we have time to form the shield wall.
Nice. Nice.
If it moves less than 100 feet around usually, then we have time to form the shield wall before it gets to us.
Right.
Cool.
And the move of the creature that can move it around, is it the movement rate, or is it twice the movement rate, or let's see. Normally, I believe
If
it's
it
charging.
moves,
It's charging, so it's gonna close the distance between you guys.
so meaning
Oh.
we don't have time to form the wall.
You should.
If it
Okay.
charges,
And around active.
we probably should, if it charges, I think it can move its whole speed and attack. That's what it means. Let me verify that. I'm like 90%. Okay, charge attack. It's a single attack. So it can't do, multiple attacks on a charge.
Right.
Minimum distance 15 feet. And full movement, right? So it can
Right.
move full movement.
Okay. So let's say then that the full movement of this creature really is not enough. You guys can form the shield wall, because I said it's about 50, 60 feet away.
Right.
Albert's gonna move a 40.
If it does, okay, move a 40, right? So he can get to us this round and attack, but we do, and it does become an underground action, so we do have time for the shield wall and to
Right.
hold our attacks.
Okay, so you got the shield wall up. So that's good, because that helps you out a little bit. Arden. It's only going to attack with one time rather than three, which is good. But it tries to grab Armgrim with its beak.
Form the wall.
It's well, you form the wall, but where is it? That's what I rolled.
So 20.
A 20.
Form the wall.
Okay. So Armgrim, I need you to make wait. I need you to make an avoidance save.
Avoidance is 13. Survey says no good. 12.
You got a 12. Okay. The good news is you don't take any damage. The bad news is it's got you, like your leg in its beak,
Oh
and
no.
it's pulling. It's like got Armgrim, and it's like pulled him down. Boom.
Right. So that's interesting,
And-
because we got the shield. So its head came down and grabbed my leg and then pulled me back, right?
Yeah. So it's like boom. It's like you're like slam on your back. You haven't taken any damage.
Okay.
But you're now on your back with your leg firmly inside the beak of this creature. All right. In the meantime, the other owl bear runs towards Dietrich and Mizgit, more towards Mizgit, and does the same sort of thing. Attempts to grab Mizgit as it charges. That's only a 19.
Oh,
I don't like these dice. I want to be
Mezgit,
clear.
I
don't like
need
these
you-
dice.
I need you to make an avoidance save, Mizgit.
Okay.
Yeah, I like these dice.
Seems to be
I mean,
pretty
they
good-
look
Pretty
cool.
good investment, and they roll really well.
Well, they rolled
so-
19 and 20, that's pretty good. You got 7?
Yeah.
Okay, same thing. Like Mizgit, you just go down, boom, and this thing has got your like midsection. And this thing is huge, so it's got your midsection, and it's not, it's the way the beak locks. It's not really on you. It's like grabbing onto like part of your armor and stuff like that. But it's got you clamped in this beak. Okay, that's your turn.
all right. So melee. Anybody
Yeah.
that was going to do melee, it's our turn.
And let's just be careful though. You are grappled. So the two gentlemen they were grappled. So this is all on 248 on edition 2. You're considered hindered, so you suffer a -2 armor class. You guys can attempt to break free with successful tests of strength, although extraordinary feat of strength. If the thing has a strength of 18 or greater, these do. So you need an extraordinary feat of strength to get out. And let's see what else. You can only use a weapon class 0 to 3 weapon. Daggers, other weapons suffer -2 attack penalties.
The only
And big
class
giant
0?
ones.
Only
Only
class 0.
0 to 3 against your assailant.
Okay.
Daggers are no penalty. So I believe like your swords suffer -1, -2 attack penalties, and like really big junk, like the hammer or something would be like a -4 attack penalty.
And
Right, but
so,
something like a dagger would not be
Right.
affected.
Yeah.
A
That makes
dagger is
sense.
one. A dagger is one. The battle axe is 2.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So then, so you're actually like a -4 attack penalty if you're grappled. So that's all
Okay.
just Arngrim and Misbit.
so if I make an extraordinary feat of strength, I can break free of this thing.
That's correct.
Right. So that's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try and kick it.
You
in
got a
the-
pretty good chance. I think you're like
Right.
32.
It's
Yeah,
40. It's a
Oh, 40.
40%. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm going to try and kick it in the face, see if I can, draw my leg out.
Yes.
That is a yes. 16.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I
So,
kick it in the eye, right? And so it sort of reflexively opens the beak and I manage to.
so then
That is awesome.
let's have me and Boog attack, and then we go to the other.
I use a different die to attack the owlbear.
Oh. Okay.
No, I'll use the same one. That seems
I
awful.
hit AC 1,
Okay, that definitely hits.
and it's 9 hits.
Whoa. Okay, -9. All right, cool. It was unhappy. Ooh. All right, and Boog on the other hand, Boog also attacks. And what armor class does he hit? He hits AC 7. Yeah, so he doesn't hit. So Boog
Alright.
misses. Okay. Dietrich, Mizgit, what are you doing? Will Mizgit try to break free? Will Mizgit attack the creature? What will Mizgit do?
Mizgit's gonna try and stab it in the eye with his dagger.
Okay, go ahead.
Four.
That hits armor class 4.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yep, absolutely.
Okay. And then 3 plus my 1, so 4 damage.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Because I don't take any hits on my, or there's no deductions, right?
Right.
For being locked with the dagger.
So
Right.
in the third edition, it would be a grapple victim may attempt to use a WC water closet, steer the 2 weapon at -2 to hit, and nothing
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Daggers are no penalty. So that's your
Okay.
Okay, was there any modifiers for the growth serum I took?
I think it's just a damage. You double your
Damage +1 or something? Or
yeah.
No, damage plus 50%.
oh, that's good.
Let me pull it up again. This will not increase the magical nature of objects. Yeah, here we go. Enlarged creatures gain a 50% damage bonus to all attacks.
Gotcha. Okay.
Will
Round it up, huh?
Dietrich attempt to use the net? What will Dietrich do? Will Dietrich
Well,
attempt to
actually-
grapple the owlbear?
Actually, that's what I mean. If he's right beside me,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like he's literally
elbow-
like, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
this gets boom right down, and this thing's like, and
so
this
I'm
thing's not
pivoting around on his back and I'm trying to stab it in this jugular. I've got predator, so and with my enlarged size, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Wrestle it down and keep stabbing it with my spear, which I had in hand at the
Okay.
moment.
roll the hit.
Okay, that is 3 AC of 3.
That hits. That hits.
Okay, and a 50%, that's 12 as far as damage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So 12 points of
Five.
damage. This creature has just taken 16 points of damage. Awesome.
So I hit him
Oh,
naturally with the 50%, so that's 4 more.
okay. So now what are you guys gonna do this next round?
Melee.
Melee.
Yeah.
Uh,
If I'm still stuck in that beak, I'm gonna keep stabbing.
and I'm gonna
Okay.
try and stand up, but I can't figure out if that consumes my entire action.
That probably just takes your movement.
Okay,
Yeah, I would imagine it's movement.
so I'll get up and attack it with melee. Yeah.
Okay, and what about Mizgit? What's your plan?
I'm stabbing.
Okay, and Dietrich, what's your plan?
I'm really hoping he doesn't bite down.
Yeah, I'm trying to let him, trying to keep him from biting down on you, trying to get him off onto me. So yeah, I'm going to continue hacking and whacking.
Oh, and
Okay.
I'll attempt to reform the shield wall with the guys.
Okay, all right.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
Yes. All right, so it would probably be on this side, first me and Boog, and then Arngrim as he stands.
Right.
Okay.
So got 2 attacks this round, come on. Plus 3 attack modifier. Oh, I rolled a 19 and a 20.
Oh,
There you
nice.
go.
That's how you do it. Okay, so the regular damage for the 19 would be, 11 hits.
I love it when Ivan makes that face.
All right, so I'm rolling a d6 for my critical. A 6.
Oh my God.
6. Oh, wow.
That's triple damage dice.
Oof.
Nice.
Yes.
3d8 plus 6.
Oh my God.
Fireball. All right, that's a 6, a 4, and an 8, so that's 18 plus 6, 24 hits.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Nice.
Okay,
Hey, man.
so explain how this Albert dies.
Oh my God.
Motherfucker.
It's like one shot the owl bear. Oh my God.
No, that was 2 attacks.
Oh, too short. Yeah.
But let's say that as Arngrim was getting away from it, I slashed it in the neck, and as it turned out to me and went, ah! I stabbed it through the beak into the brain, into its bird brain.
Nice.
That looks
Twitching and quivering. Okay. I imagine Arngrim and Boog aren't really going to do very much at this point.
Well,
And then go, we're not worthy.
No, right. We noticed that it's dead, right? And then we hear the noise and we turn around, but we'll attack next round, I suppose.
I'm guessing that Arngrim and Boog can take one full move towards the other fight.
Yeah, you're not gonna quite get there, but you're close in the distance.
Right.
Okay. So 2, you can do that. In the meantime, Mizgit.
Stabby.
Okay.
I'll just roll. Oh, I tried to grab both of them.
It stayed floating in the air.
Those are virtual, right?
Yes.
Because if they're real, I'm really scared right now.
Okay. Ooh, 7.
Okay. Well, armor class 7? No,
Yeah. Didn't think
not
so.
so much. Dietrich?
Catch the beak.
Yeah, it bounces off the beak.
You can see Dietrich holding onto the back of this thing trying to ride this owlbear. All right, that's a 20, not an at 20. 20 and
So what armor class did you hit?
7. Oh, sorry. -1.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
That's,
Yes, it does.
Nice.
so let's see some damage. What kind of damage?
7. on the
Oh, 7
damage.
points of damage. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not quite enough.
Good. Do you have 2 attacks this round, Dietrich? You're a master of the spear?
The attack rate is 3-2.
Yeah, so you got 2 attacks this
So
round.
this is the
Okay.
second
Yeah.
round.
Smack it.
Yeah, second attack is off. Let's just say
Okay.
that.
Still not used to the
Hit AC is
physics.
7, but I don't think.
All right. Now,
Yeah, no.
Wow.
so at this point, the owlbear that has Mizgit turns and is like running downhill with
With
Mizgit
Mizgit.
in its mouth, and
Am I
also
still-
No.
it clamps down. It clamps down with its jaws. This is technically an attack,
Oh,
no.
So I mean, like it's not really for sure this thing is going to get you. Except there was a 20. So even when you're into your armor class, so we are going to roll damage now. The good news is it's not going to give you the 2 claws.
It's
But I
just
think
gonna
mostly
chew
what
on
it
his
wants-
leg. Yeah.
What it wants to do, well, no, it's
Well,
not
it's
leg,
got me in
got
the
its
abdomen.
midsection. Yeah, midsection.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
no.
that is 8. So that is 8 points of damage that you take.
Okay. That's not horrible, but also
And this thing is now barreling down full speed down the hill with Mezgit.
Well,
I
fortunately,
said that
we're-
I was on his back. Am I still riding the sucker down?
Well, let's see if you can actually hold on to this.
Hold
thing.
on. Yeah.
What kind of a
this is now Owl Bear Rodeo. No
Yeah.
relation to the website. Yeah.
Yeah.
No relation.
I'd say
Yeah.
dexterity, you have to determine whether it's extraordinary or just regular.
yeah,
Feet of strength. Yeah.
a feat of strength. I don't know if it's
Is it a test or
because you
or
were,
feet?
it
let's
did
see.
plant a spear in it.
Did plant a spear in it, but yeah, but like I mean,
But I
Didn't
pulled
really
it out and
didn't-
missed on the second
Yeah.
stroke.
yeah, it didn't
Oh,
make any
okay.
kind of grappling rolls or anything like that. So you're not really on it. So what could this possibly be? I'm going to say this is going to be a test of dexterity, but you're going to have to take a hit of 1. So if you've got like a 3 and 6 chance, you only got a 2 and 6 chance. So whatever your normal test is of dexterity is, and because this is really difficult.
You just said it. You just said it. So 1 or 2, I get it.
Yeah.
All right. 4. Nope.
Okay. So he's like Dietrich kind of slips, not completely down, but like tries to grab this thing as it's turning around with Mizgit and no dice.
Get through.
All right. So I think it's initiative time.
All right, so for declarations, the distance is kind of important here, just the
Right.
ballpark, right? Because Arngrim and Thorsten can reach him with a charge action
Right.
if we win initiative, right?
Right.
If it-
Because
if
we're
it's
faster than the Owl Bear.
within
Yeah.
100 feet, right?
Right.
'Cause that's our double move. And that's the most you can move and do a charge.
Right. So
And for Boog, if he's not a barbarian class, he's at 80 maximum.
yeah. So Boog's a fighter. So
So he's at 80.
all right.
We'd be at 100, but I'm still gonna declare a charge, whatever happens. Because if we lose initiative, he can get more distance on us.
Yeah.
I agree.
So
Might not reach him. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it was a good 120 feet between the two owl bears where the 2 skirmishes were happening.
Okay.
So Arngrim and Boog should be just about halfway there. If you guys are like really running,
Yeah.
then
I
you guys,
won't make it. I won't make it, but I'll
Yeah.
still do a double move.
Yeah. So I'll try and charge.
So
and Dietrich, what's your plan?
Well, I've just got an 80 at double. So once he throws me, I'm gonna scramble to my feet, which maybe is simple action. Then double on down. But I suppose by that time I'll be in sync with him, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. And let's see. Biscuit, what's your plan?
I've got to keep stabbing.
Keep stabbing.
Yeah.
Keep stabbing.
Yep, just keep stabbing. Just keep stabbing.
Okay. All right, cool. You ready?
Yeah. Here we go.
Chopping that meat.
4 is
Okay.
good. 4 is good.
6.
Ah.
All right.
I don't like these dice. I don't like these
So-
dice.
Burn 'em.
Listen,
I'm not.
they're pretty though.
Oh yeah, gorgeous.
Oh, they're all 6s. No. So no wonder. So okay, first thing is it's like charging, or it's going as fast as it can.
Right.
But it's also like really upset at Mizgit for continuing to stab it. So it's going to bite and like shake and try to get that dagger out of your hand.
Ah shit. Okay.
And let's see, maybe because it's running, it can't attack you 3 times. It can only attack you once, which is a good thing. But it really is going to try to shake and shake the dagger loose. So let me figure out first the damage, and then see if I can adjudicate any way for you to hold on to this thing. Yeah, I think you probably have the advantage of this. Let's say first. Oh wow, fortune favors you because it wasn't able to really clamp down on you. Now, probably because it's trying to shake the dagger out.
Okay.
So now let's see. Do you hold on to the dagger? Is it shaking you? Let's see. Seems like it should be some kind of
A test of dexterity.
or strength, whichever you want.
Or I will take strength.
Okay.
I've got a 3 and 6 for.
Okay,
Strength.
that's fair because this thing's really like it's not just a little bit. This thing's flopping around like crazy.
All right, so 1 through 3, I hold on.
Yep.
Yes.
Ooh, well, hold on to the dagger. Okay, cool. All right, excellent. All right, everybody else's turn.
So I don't get to
So
stab it now. Can I stab it now?
Yes,
Yeah.
you may. You're the closest to it. Yes, you may stab it first.
Did you see that 20? It was on the 20.
it was, and then it changed. Yeah, it's-
That virtual die.
I
Was
saw it.
originally on 20.
Yeah.
That's like
I
this, like a slot
apparently
machines that
was-
almost stop on the. And then,
You know, I apparently was too shaken by being shaken.
okay, so that doesn't work. So in the meantime, let's see. So this thing is booking. It's booking away at like 80, a rate of 80. Dietrich can pretty much keep pace with it.
Pace with it, and I'm going to. I mean, as for myself, my action will be hurling that spear I've got in my hand
Okay, cool.
toward the rear of the owlbear. Obviously,
Not towards Miskett.
not towards him unless I'm lucky. But
Okay. It's a horrible way to die. You got to put him, like, no, don't let the owlbear kill him. Okay.
Don't remind me of aliens, man.
killing me, man, killing me. Hey,
It
see, it's
misses?
yeah.
It okay, yeah, misses. But you like thunk right into like one of those big spruces. Okay.
Run by and pull it out.
And let's see, Arngrim, you charging down this thing to 120 feet, you would have been like 100. So you really, at this point, you were 20 feet away from it when it started going. So you can, if you're at your double, you can just catch up with it. Like at the end of the, because you're charging like 100.
right.
It's charging at 80. You're able to, you were 20 feet away to begin with. So you're pretty much getting right up to the end, right up to it at the end of the round.
So can I hit it? You can try.
If it's
No.
a charge,
Yeah.
All right. So
And you have, for charging, you have a +2 to damage. To damage.
To
No
damage,
bonus to hit. You
okay,
have a +2 to damage and -2 AC penalty for 1 round.
okay. So you know what? Let's go all in for this thing. So Arngrim is charging, and he lets go of the shield and grabs the axe with both hands.
1d10.
Oh, nice.
And I'm screaming, "Ah!" And I miss horribly.
Not horribly. You probably with that would hit armor class 8.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Boog is running like crazy. He's not keeping up. He doesn't really have a spear in his hand. He's got a sword, so he's just still running like crazy.
I'd probably catch up to Boog this round,
Yeah.
but I don't
Should be able
get
to
to
catch up to
the there. Yeah.
Actually, you're just a little bit behind him, but you should be able to close the gap pretty easily. All right, cool. So I'm assuming everybody's going to try to do the same thing. Continue to.
Yeah. So
Point of note, can I cast while I'm being thrown?
Concentration.
Or being chewed is
being
the
chewed. Yeah. Let's see. What I mean, it counts. It's going to count as being like taking damage, whether you take damage or not, just because you're in this things. Math. And also, let's see. Wait a minute. You're considered hindered.
Am I?
Can you
Okay.
cast as when you're hindered? I don't think you can.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I don't believe that you can cast.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a crappy situation.
Yeah.
And
No,
Dietrich,
I should say, I mean, I don't believe in rewinds, but actually Dietrich probably should have had a free attack on the bear when it ran away. We forgot that.
well, it probably should have, except he tried to grab it.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That was his free attack.
Okay.
Yeah. I was trying to hold on to it. I do want to ask though, because of my, I don't know how long that, how many rounds that enlargement lasts. but
Oh,
does that increase
10
my
rounds.
stride?
10 rounds.
Yep.
Yeah, but does it increase my stride as far as my movement rate?
So it
Yes.
increases
Well.
size. So it should increase his movement by the same amount, I would think. Or the same ratio.
Yeah, I'd say you probably got to move a 50 now. So you probably
Yeah,
able to
that's
get
what I
right
was
up on
thinking
top of the
about.
spare. Yeah.
A little bit of a boost. So, yeah, I'm fishing out my axe and trying, according to how close I think I can be
Mhm.
on him at the end of this round. Do it,
Oh yeah, you can be on him like pretty close.
you know, so if I can melee, if I can jump and tackle and dig my axe into him, I want to do that. You know what I mean? If I can catch up with him in melee.
Okay. You don't want to grapple the owl bear?
Well, yeah, that's
For a
what I
week, for a
kinda
week.
wanna do.
Well, no, they did your grappling or you're attacking. For weeks, I'm thinking
Well,
to myself, is Dell gonna just like stay the heck with it? And just
No,
like
I
wrestle with this
want to.
thing like
I
Andre
want
the
to.
Giant?
I want to jump on him and grapple him. I'm just saying I'll have the axe in my hand too, doing the same thing. But yeah, if I can grapple, that'll be the first thing I'm trying to
Okay.
do as well. Is
Okay, all right.
holding on to him. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, I'll pitch myself
And-
forward.
All right. And then Arngrim and Thorsten are attempting just to attack.
Trying to attack. Yes.
And Mizkit wants to. So Mizkit, you're like, here, what do you cast? What do you want to do? Try to break free or stab? Or what do you gonna do?
Because I'm considered grappled, right?
You are, and you're also considered hindered.
I attempt to use. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna keep trying to stab.
Okay.
That's really all I've got. Because I'm not making any extraordinary feats of strength.
Alright.
Because extraordinary feats of strength is more than just a feat of strength.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's,
Right,
it's
yeah.
very difficult.
So,
yeah. It's a percentage chance based on your strength, and it's usually
Well,
what's your strength?
I'm at 8% for a feat of strength. So
Oh,
an
yeah,
extraordinary feat of strength, I would imagine, is even a smaller number.
Oh no,
No.
that's
No,
that's what it is.
Oh, that's it.
8%.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
still not great.
All right. Initiative time?
Okay.
Okay.
Initiative.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
Here we
That
go.
was just a regular D20.
A
Yes.
bear is on a 1.
All right, so I would say it's first Arngrim because he's more dexterous,
Yeah.
and then Dietrich and Miska if they're
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's
So-
fair.
2 questions here. Can I attack twice or
Yes,
are we
yes.
still at full run? It doesn't matter, right?
No, that was last round. You can attack.
You're on this thing now, so yeah.
And does this count as me attacking him from the rear?
I would say the first one, yeah, but like if you hit him once, he's going to turn around. So
Okay, so let's do the first attack from the rear. So that gives me a +2 bonus. And so it is a 9 + 2 is 11, which is good for armor class 3.
okay, that's
Okay, so that is 5 + 4 is 9 hit points of damage on the first attack.
no dang. Okay,
And the second attack is an 8, which is armor class 6. So I don't know if that
does
hits.
not hit. Does not hit.
Okay, yeah, so I slam the axe on its side, right? At least grace him and slice him. You know.
All right.
Oh, damn beast!
Okay,
Hold.
Dietrich and Miskit, you got, what's your dexterities?
My dex is 12.
What about
14.
Dietrich? Okay, Dietrich, you go first.
Okay,
Charge.
I'm hurling through the air past Angram and trying
Okay,
to
so you've
grapple.
got to make an attack roll.
Yeah.
Because that's how you're going to try to attack. You're going to try to attack him, and you're not
You're
going to do
gonna grapple
damage.
him? Are you going to
Yeah.
grapple him?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Attack. Modify my strength. Do it.
Yeah. Go ahead. So make an attack roll.
Okay. 5.
Armor class 5.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Okay.
got him. So now he's going to make an avoidance save. Okay, so he's going to make an avoidance save to see if you're grappling that save. L.
I thought you rolled a 5, and I was like, no.
No, AC of 5. I just thought it was 4 for some reason. I thought I missed it.
All right. I feel very bad because he made his avoidance save, but like you've kind of like, I don't know, he's shaking you around, like, and so you're not able to really grapple him. You're just on this thing now, like, and you're not able to hold.
Well, I don't
him.
have a good hole. I'm just kind of walling around with
Just
it.
on
Yeah,
it.
yeah, but you're
Yeah.
on top of him,
It's on
And,
like
you
a
know.
wet towel. Okay.
right? And so
Um,
like, it's probably make it a little harder for Torsten to hit him, But other than that,
So it's probably the bear's turn, right? Because Torsten and Boog are still charging through the woods. I
Right.
love the end of round instead of the two faces. It's much simpler.
yeah,
And it's
you should be getting
organic.
right there.
I would like to stab first.
Okay, go ahead, stab. Go ahead, stab.
Sorry.
Let's get stabbed. Yeah, go ahead, stab.
Never mind. I didn't really want to. Never mind.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to stab him.
All right, so like he's got Dietrich like rolling around with him. He's got Mizgit in his mouth. Okay,
Just
first thing he's going to
flailing.
do is try to bite Mizgit and actually do damage. Oh dear, he rolls a 20
Oh.
again.
Oh,
oh
my
God,
God.
killing me with that.
no, he's killing me.
Okay, that's another 7 points of damage as he clamps down on you.
Okay.
And normally they can attack two people at once. However, I'm going to rule because he's in your mouth, or you're in his mouth rather, that he's able to use his claws to attack Dietrich, who's right on top of him.
Yeah.
So he hits armor class. Let's see, 7, which I doubt hits Dietrich.
Yeah.
It's,
About one.
what? What's your armor
No,
class?
it doesn't hit me.
Okay. And then these are the best dice ever.
No.
This thing
these
has got
guys.
it's 20. I swear to God.
Those
I gotta
dice
find
are
out this thing.
those dice are weighted. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, that, they look cool. They would
It's
be
poss-
great as a
it's-
player.
It's possible. I don't know because the one feels a lot like.
How come? How
That's
come
a
Boog hasn't-
marketing technique.
Listen,
They just,
listen. Okay.
they just weigh
I know.
them down. And,
I was
you
like, hey, let's play Star Trek. Let's
Okay.
play Star Trek.
All right, but it does. Yeah. So it misses once and then hits the second time, and it only does 2 points of damage. Okay, that's a. Oh no, I'm sorry. This was 20, so it does. We'll call it double.
How much? Double?
Yeah, so 3 points of damage. You're good. You're fine.
Okay. Okay.
I want to get scratched and not bit.
Yeah. All right.
So it's me and Boogs, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So charge is no bonus to hit. But still, that's a 20 total. So that's armor class -3.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's.
And that's 7 plus 5 because of the charge, 12 hits.
12 hits. Oh, man. So how do you kill this thing?
Oh,
Yes.
no. I think as it was, I just stabbed it and beside the spine and into the heart as it was savaging Dietrich.
Wolf Strider.
And it
You should be named Bear Killer.
And it collapses with Mizkit in its mouth, with the mouth like firmly clamped down.
Yeah.
Ouch.
When it falls, it's a
Well, that was my fear. Was like, how far am I falling? Because gravity.
That's a good question. Let's say, make a saving throw, Mizkit.
Of what kind?
Just we'll call we'll call it an avoidance save.
Okay, I have no.
Oh, wait.
special-
Yeah, okay. Yeah, avoidance save. Yeah.
So 16 or higher. Oh, great, wonderful. Come on, digital dice. Nope.
Okay. So as it lands, you take 6 more points of damage as the
Oh,
jaws
no.
go
Oh,
clonk.
man.
Jeez. Oh my God. Well,
So
the
where you
the good news is that he still has the ring, right?
Clonk.
Yeah.
The ring of don't die, Mizkit. Yeah.
So you dead? Or you-
No, I am not dead.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
I have 2 hit points.
Okay.
I like
And
I like
it's-
Misket's nameplate now because it refers that he is Miz and Gut, and in the
Yeah.
middle is the owl
Yeah,
bear.
yeah. No, that's
Jumping out
awesome.
of it.
All right. And so yeah, there's silence. And
Good
Biscuit's
Lord.
like just Biscuit's like right there, like in the jaws of this thing with a huge head, just like the head bigger than your midsection,
Are you
Yeah.
alive, Magpie? Sounds like he's alive.
I'm beginning to wish I wasn't.
But you know what? Hyundai provides it was gonna eat you, but it turns out you are gonna eat it.
Oh, you bet your ass.
I'll lift
Right.
the beak, the upper beak out of the way, right? So they lift its jaws so that Miskit can crawl out. I think you should change the name to Thorsten Bear Killer now.
Yes.
No kidding.
That was the
Okay.
luckiest
So
Yeah.
attack ever.
so is its jaw still locked?
No, Arngrim was able to kind of
Pry
push
it
it up,
open.
Okay.
being as strong as he is.
First thing I do as soon as I'm out of its mouth is grab my ale horn and throw back all of it to recover six health.
All right. As you get your mojo back a little bit.
And then we should set about obviously skinning these things and getting some like choice meat cuts.
Oh yeah, and there's some great bones in this.
Plus,
And that
they've faced men before, so we got to look in their guts, in their stomach at least.
you do.
Ooh, yay, murder
Yes.
hobos.
Yeah. Is there any,
Advanced murder hoboing.
Advanced murder hoboing. Let's see. Active.
what if there's any components in there for magical or sacred rituals or what have you?
Oh my god, that's awesome. Let's see. That's a good time for a treasure type roll. Now that we're opening these things up.
This was really excellent because it was a really exciting, movable fight, and we had been expecting it for a month, so that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I got
Well,
really
like-
lucky that I kicked my way out of its mouth, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, you did. You got really lucky.
Just think if y'all would have taken that smaller owl bear out as soon as you had to turn around and. come
Oh,
down and
yeah.
damage it, You know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I would
really,
no longer be. Well,
yeah,
no,
that really turned
Oh.
killing the first one was really turned the fight around.
how
Oh.
banged up is everybody? How much? Because I know Misget is really bad, but
No, I scratched up a little bit. That's it.
I'm 8 of 23.
wow, okay.
Yeah.
You were down to 2 hits.
What's that?
You were down to 2 hits.
I was down
Yeah.
to 2 hits. Yeah.
Holy
Yeah. That drop that I should have kept my damn mouth
Almost.
shut on.
Almost Finished
Almost
you off.
ended me.
That was great though. That was perfect. All
It's,
right.
it's like these fantasy books that Eloy recommended way back when we were in med school that the guy used to ask whenever he asked whose turn it was to cook during the journey, say it's your turn. And it took one of the other guys a long time to find out, it was the turn of anybody who asked.
The first guy who asked, it was your turn. Yeah.
All right. Come on. I haven't used, my DM guide would like instantly open up to the treasure thing if I wanted it to. This thing I just haven't used it, but it's treasure type C. So let's see. You open these suckers up, and what do we find here in these things? Let's see.
You gotta
An
start.
apparatus of qualish. I'm betting on an apparatus of qualish.
You gotta
Okay.
start putting.
Yeah, we need to set camp somewhere.
Mhm. Some percentage dice here. To figure out what happens. Okay, cool. You ready? Let's see. Copper pieces. Do we have any copper pieces? We don't. No copper pieces. But let's see what else. No silver.
PDF is well bookmarked, and
Yeah.
you can do control fine, right? Like I looked up hindered and it's only referenced in the table. It doesn't really, at least in the player's book, I didn't check the other book.
So 5 gems.
All
Ooh.
right.
5 gems in this thing. And then let's see what else. Do we have any jewelry? Oh, wow. 5 gems and 3 pieces of jewelry in the guts of these things. And let's see. Last but not least, are there any magic items? Holy crap.
Oh my God.
All right. So somebody can roll up the gems and the jewelry. There's 5 gems and 3 pieces of jewelry. And there's
Jeez.
2 other magic items in here. So let's see what they are. The apparatus of qualish is in this thing. Oh, that'd be
missing?
hilarious. That'd be hilarious.
Let's
see.
I'm betting on the apparatus of quality.
Okay, let's see. So, two magic items in this thing. First one.
Oh, curse.
Okay, and let's see. All right. So let's see what we got here. We got 2 things in here. The smaller one actually has a bottle in it, stoppered,
Oh,
Oh, man.
and it's got a bright reddish liquid in it.
all right.
I'll say he's official treasure keeper.
Yeah.
At least he always is. So I'm not even writing this down.
The second one is really interesting. All right, let's see. 91. Holy Jesus.
It's a Mattock of the Titans. Don't ask how it
No.
got into the owl bear, but
No, I'm fine this thing because it's really kind of funny, actually. Holy, are you kidding me? Hold on. You gotta be kidding me. All right, hold on for a second.
two-handed sword plus 5. Where in the owl bear is the sword lodged?
This thing is so big. It's got like stuck as you know. This thing must have been in pain all the time because it's got like kind of in its stomach and then like going down its duodenum a little bit. Is in fact a scabbard with a sword still in it.
A scabbard for the sword or the sword?
With the sword still in it.
It's still in it.
Oh, awesome. That is awesome.
All right, let's take a look at the sword. Hopefully,
And let's see. Hold on for a second.
Minor.
Hold on. Let's see what it is. I can't believe it. You know, my favorite. Let's roll this up honestly. And okay. The hilt of this thing is, I mean, you can tell it's been in this thing for a while, so it's a little bit tarnished, but the hilt's bronze, and the pommel of this thing has got like it's got this blue stone in it, which you might recognize. Mizgit might recognize as lapis.
What?
Lapis.
Oh,
lazuli.
Yeah.
And it's in a scabbard that's definitely seen quite a bit of digestive wear. So the leather is a little bit. It must have been very, very well tanned, but the leather is like kind of like falling apart around this thing.
Damn. All right, so let's draw it. Let's get it out of its house.
Drawing it out of its house, which the scabbard just kind of falls apart at that point. It's like this polished steel, and it's unbelievable. It's been inside this thing for God knows how long, and it's not even really tarnished.
This must be the way Kremer forges iron.
Fine looking weapon, brother.
Oh, I'll keep it. I know Mizgit likes the goodies, but he
Bear-
doesn't wield a sword.
I think Bear Killer gets dibs on the magic items from having killed 2 owl bears.
Well, not by myself, neither.
Yeah, but this is an aesthetic here, where you've delivered a final blow twice. So, in the same combat, I think this.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, it's honest rolling up, kid. It's random treasure types is what happens.
Nice.
So you're able to skin these things and cut off some steaks, and it's cold. It's cold, so you can take as much of this meat as you can carry if you want, because it's not going to spoil for a while.
These things are so big that we probably all get a bearskin cloak out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could. I mean, it would take some curing and tanning and all that kind of stuff, but
It's good because it's got the bear hide and the fringe feathers for the neck. It's all built in. You don't have to.
That's right. Full Vikings.
Yeah, and Boog is fancying as he's looking at the beak and the upper beak at one of them. So this will make a hell of a shield.
Oh, nice.
Nice. That's
Cutting off the beak and kind of throwing this thing. It's
Oh.
gross and disgusting, but throwing it
Oh,
right on his back,
I get one of I will, the one that tried to snap me in half,
Yeah,
I will take its beak. And I will
beak is enormous.
Uh-huh.
Just letting you know, you could probably get one part of its beak, like the upper.
Yeah,
I
just want the top half.
Yeah,
And
big.
And maybe even if I have to section it off, but I will make a helmet of it.
Not a helmet, a magic helmet, a beak helmet.
A beak
Yeah,
helmet.
you can probably get it with the curve of this thing. You probably get it over with a point by your head.
Like a
Mhm.
plague
That sort
doctor
of
or
thing.
something.
Oh, that's awesome. And Boog realized these things are too curved to really make a shield, but you can absolutely cut this thing into like a facsimile of a helmet until you can get somebody to really make the
I wish
Make it
you
really
take some
good.
some
Yeah,
some
to make it
claws as
ornate.
trophies, right? From leather
Oh, yeah.
thongs.
That's what I was gonna say. Tear
Yeah.
off all the claws and make ourselves some claw necklaces.
Yeah, the front claws are just enormous. They're what the hell is what does Twainian call them? We need to move on, but there's somewhere to use it, which is just awesome about the claws of these particular creatures, which I really thought were going to kill you.
And this is really cool because the guys from cultures like these dudes, we would use as much as we can of these creatures.
Absolutely.
That's our
Yeah, you don't let
Yeah,
anything
plus,
go to waste.
we'd like take the blood and mark our faces and stuff like that,
Oh, yeah.
right? The spirit of the owl bear and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just
Sorry.
wondering if horses are all right.
Who knows? There's probably only 2 owl bears on this whole mountain. That's probably
That's right.
up, probably. They've
Yeah.
got
we might have to
And-
literally hoof it ourselves.
it's got homarine claws, large homarine claws. HOMARINE. I didn't look it up, but that's awesome. Anyhow, but you're certainly able to camp, get as much meat as you possibly want that you can carry. How incumbent you'd like to be.
Maybe we can give some an offer to the Oracle.
Is there anything else we can do right now to help
It's good.
Biscuit?
I'm the only healer, aren't I?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you can rest. You can.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
we're taking a fucking nap.
okay, so you want to camp here that night, so that you can definitely heal your hit die overnight.
Yeah, we can cook those steaks and get a good night.
Yeah.
Good night's rest, I guess.
Tastes like chicken.
Does that attract anything?
Oh, why you gotta be like that? Our hit die, we re-roll under 4, right? 4 and under, or half and under.
Or
No,
surprise?
not for like healing. You just really.
Oh, for healing, it's just full hit die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whatever your hit die is.
Okay. I'm back up to 16.
Yeah.
Okay, you heal a lot. Okay. I mean, it's like not if you got to roll the hit die.
That's right. I was. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
wasn't sure if we were doing the re-roll at 4 and
Oh, no.
under like that.
No,
Oh, okay.
no, that's for your regular.
Ah,
hit dice.
okay.
That's me being
By all means.
generous, but Okay, so you get a little more mojo back. You're not quite as beaten up.
The
Pretty
mechanic is
horrible experience.
roll your hit die plus your constitution or? you're
Oh,
playing it
yeah, I
down?
think it
Yeah,
is.
like if
Yeah.
you
Oh.
roll for one level of hit points.
Okay.
Your dreams, however, are horrific, Misfit.
Oh, yeah. Anything I
Yeah,
need
the
to,
dream really is you're in your midsection is in the claw of this creature this time that you've seen before being kind of like summoned or people dancing around, and you realize it's this giant like humanoid like thing. It's got like on the ends of its arms, it's got these like claws, like almost like lobster claws, except
Wow.
it's got two arms like that and two other arms kind of poking out of its chest that look like more humanish. But it's got you in one of these things. It's shaking you around, and it's awful. The pain is unbelievable. Then you wake up.
when I wake up, I will, is Arngrim asleep?
I don't know.
Probably.
Sure, you can wake me up.
Okay. Oh, no, I'm not waking you up. I'm verifying that the hammer's there.
Ah,
The hammer is there.
All right.
And
I'll-
during the only other thing that's remarkable during the night is you guys can see definitely some of these green flashes from the peak of the mountain.
All right.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is that we probably killed the apex predators here, so at least for a few days,
Good
hopefully.
chance.
no big predators should be around, right? 'Cause-
Good chance. Yeah. You guys ever figure out what the gems and the jewelry are? You don't do it right now, but I'll let you guys roll.
we have to roll for that? All right. I'll
Yeah,
find-
yeah.
I'll find out.
Roll what kind of gems, and there's five gems and 3 pieces of jewelry.
What do we need to roll? Do you have?
I'll
the
do
table?
it, I'll do it.
There's like a table to roll on that, like what they are.
Pressure determination. Gems. Okay, so it's 5 gems. Are they all the same, or should I roll 5 times?
No, it's not 5 times. Why not?
All right. So we have 0, 7. So we get a pale blue quartz, 10 gold pieces.
Still hiking up the mountain, looking at the jewels on the next day.
39. That's a orange carnelian, 50 gold pieces.
Wiping
Woo!
the ook ick off of these jewels,
Yeah, some acid.
And Tarson's acting more of a magpie than the magpie as he's like looking. This looks
Oh,
fine.
I don't necessarily gonna carry the gems myself, right? Just all right. So this is so Gygaxian. I freaking love it. We get a rhodochrosite, red with white stripes.
Oh, that's yeah. Totally.
I'm pretty sure he stole this from an article in Dragon Magazine, like in
Yeah, probably.
1992. Pretty sure I read it.
It's only 10 gold pieces, but I love it. Just because it's a rhodochrosite. 44. A chrysoprase, apple green.
It's like the article had like the cuts of the stone. So
Yeah.
cabochon,
Also,
I don't know how you
50
pronounce
gold
that.
pieces. And lastly, in terms of the gems, I didn't get any really great rolls, but this is great. 38. A dark green bloodstone with red flecks.
We will roll for the jewelry later, so we move things along. But I mean,
I'll
this is
be
great.
rolling it as you go.
Okay,
I'll
okay.
tell you guys later.
So you continue up the path, and once again, the direction that this woman has given you from when her relative went up there some time ago is accurate. And the wind is picking up a little bit. There's a bit more snow in the air. You haven't gotten to the point where the tree line has happened yet, so there's still some trees there, but it's getting close. And the trees are getting thinner and thinner, and you're coming by this really, really large piece of basalt, like make house size. And you're sort of like the path is sort of turning, and it's getting close to dusk. You really haven't seen too much in the way of creatures or anything like that. Here it's getting sparser and sparser and colder. And as you start to turn the corner, you can see some distance away from you this probably 10-foot tall humanoid looking thing kind of on the thin side, and it's holding this giant boulder in its hands. It's like just like up with this boulder like right over its head.
Take cover.
How are you
It is-
taking cover? You just come around the side of this giant
Oh,
rock.
okay. And it's looking at us, right?
I don't know.
Is it alive? Is it a statue? Is it moving?
Well, Dietrich has, it seems to be more interested. And as Dietrich, the longer you look at it, the more you realize it's not moving. And it looks sort of like stone. I mean, it's like hard to tell because it's a little bit farther away from, far from where you guys are. You have to get a little bit closer. And the wind's blowing and howling, and the thing is still remaining motionless.
Is that a giant or is that a statue?
Hey, Michigan.
Stab it.
The wind's blowing.
Ready the shield, right? And sort of think it might be a statue. I'll draw closer and see.
Okay. So I need you all to make an extraordinary test of intelligence. Which, it's not intelligence.
Not wisdom?
Mine just says NA on it.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. The thing is, the game doesn't really have extraordinary tests, but I think you can extrapolate it from the strength and dexterity of ones. You can figure out what your score would be.
So extraordinary feat of intelligence.
So I got a 2. So I succeed on a 1 and a 2, right? Because it's not the feat.
No, it's extraordinary feat.
Extraordinary feat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a feat,
extraordinary feat.
Percentile.
Yeah.
Percentile.
I got 4%.
I've,
And I rolled a 09. Damn it.
I've got 4%.
It's closer than me. Yeah, I got 4% too.
No, wait a minute. I got a 10.
Nope.
Oh,
Intelligence.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever, so what would it be? If it was
Well,
10 strength, it would be.
this is where
No, I mean, I haven't
That would-
rolled. I haven't rolled.
That would be a
What is that?
1%.
That's what I was about to say. Is it a 1 or 2 or what?
Oh, no. You're rolling percentile dice.
Oh, I know that, but what's
gosh.
the extraordinary?
What's your
What's your
percentile?
intelligence? If your intelligence is 10, it's 4% though.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 4.
God almighty. No, 94.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Anyhow, that's right. Okay. Or exceptional feat, whatever the heck that is. It's exceptional feat of intelligence. Okay, but anyhow, it doesn't appear to be moving. Like, the closer you get, and you start to realize this thing is made of stone.
All right.
It's ugly as all hell. It's kind of got but like what looks like a loincloth sort of like thing made of fur, like carved. That's what it's looks like it represents around
It's
like
humanoid, but
yeah, just like kind of thin, giant nose, kind of small cranium,
No,
and just has this rock in its hands, like right over its head, and it's got this like scowl on its head.
Ivan, I gotta make
on
an
its face.
interruption based on these results because I think that this owlbears must have eaten a king or a prince.
Okay, what do we got for the jewelry?
We got, I mean, the Misgat's gonna be, I mean, it's not the value, it's what it is. There's a copper crown set with pieces of coral. So that's 190 gold pieces. There's a silver,
Yeah, he was in pain.
a silver orb set with banded agates, 160, and there's an ivory diadem. So it must have it killed like a.
They killed like the royal family, right?
a
The
prince,
king,
king
the
and a
queen.
or
Yeah.
a king and a
royal
prince.
procession was coming through. Yeah.
Well,
Or-
Mount Forp is said to be a place where the worlds meet, and you never know what's going to come out of it. So it's possible that a prince or a sultan was transported to
see the
Hyperborea
oracle.
here and didn't get very far.
Magic sword, a crown, a diadem. Awesome.
It ate somebody important. It ate
Yeah.
somebody very important.
Or somebody's.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry,
Oh, yeah, the more-
I thought you'd
Oh,
like
hey,
to
no,
know.
that's pretty awesome. The more you look at this thing, the more you realize it's made of stone. Good 10 feet tall. Big
Is
skull on
this-
its
And
face.
it has a bowl.
Boulder.
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 So it's a rock.
I like an Atlas thing.
Yeah, it looked.
Yeah.
It looked. I mean, it looked as though it was about to throw it.
Mm.
So
It could also be
Um,
a stone giant pretending to be a statue.
could be a
Out,
troll
of
that turned
principle?
to stone or something. Yeah.
out
Don't
of
give me
principle,
the idea.
Mizgit is going to take his spike staff and
Mhm.
stab it in the foot.
Clunk.
God
I mean,
almighty.
it's rock.
Okay.
All right.
I don't think this is the Oracle. Is it some sort of magical statue?
Do we sense magic? Let's check.
Ooh, that's true.
3. So if it's magical, I should sense.
It seems about as magical as a rock. There's no
I
spidey sense going on.
sense no sorcery here.
But is it like hyper realistic, or is it or is it like a Da Vinci's, not Da Vinci,
It's-
Like David, or is it?
yeah, one of those the David statue,
Michelangelo,
right?
yeah, Michelangelo.
Michelangelo, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's hyper.
Or is it a crude statue, right?
No,
'Cause
this
one
is-
could be somebody who got turned to stone versus somebody carved out of stone.
This is hyper realistic.
Okay.
It's weathered, but it's very, very, very well done.
Is it a troll turned to stone? Have you ever seen the like, Mizgit?
Mizgit's chewing on the bear.
Yeah,
Piece of bear meat.
I got some bear jerky.
No.
Mm-mm. No.
And over the smell of the bear jerky, yeah, you guys can all kind of smell like something, like it's almost like cooking and like smoke.
That's because we're thinking.
Mm. I know.
Perhaps
yeah,
the
barbarians
Oracle can tell to answer this riddle.
Do we see a smoke plume anywhere?
It seems like it's coming further up the trail. You don't really see a smoke plume,
All
but the
right.
smell seems to be coming from further up the trail.
Then let's go quietly.
Be wary. Something may have turned this thing into stone.
I will take this opportunity to drink my ale horn again in
Go
a
right
separate, because we camped for the night, correct?
You did.
But how many hit points? You must have recovered all your hit points.
No, well, so
ring.
I recovered 3 from the sleep,
Oh,
and
the
then
ring. The ring.
The 6
How about
previous.
the narration?
oh, that's right. What was the rate on that ring? On the ring?
Oh, you're done, dude. You're fine.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't drink my horn.
Do we know of creatures that turn other people to stone? Like, have we heard of basilisks or cockatrices or medusas or stuff like that, or gorgons?
Hmm.
Not where we're from.
Do our
At
legends,
least tails, yeah.
right?
Who can say which ones were true and which ones were just fanciful tales?
So I'll just mention it. Proceed carefully.
Oh yeah, I heal 1 hit point per turn.
You do.
Yeah.
Dang.
Or maybe a basilisk or some other foul creature that has turned this being into stone, this giant into stone.
Okay, and
So-
as far as anything else around there, you said it's getting sparse with the wildlife as far as
Yeah.
and the trees and whatever. So I'll just keep a lookout for any other things that might be stone statues that are smaller or whatnot.
Oh,
From his
okay.
suggestion. Or if there's any live animals still up there roaming around, whatever.
All right. That's a good one. Roll me a d6, man.
2.
2. All right. So you're being very attentive. Dietrich, actually, like you see something, a lump, one of the stones on the trail as you continue to go up. You're getting closer and closer to the source of the smell, and you can see like a light now, like there's a fire. And it's like in the side of the part of the mountain what looks like it might be a cave. But Dietrich, you notice that one of the stones on the trail is just a little bit weird looking, a little bit too round, and you swear there's something on it looks almost like a carved ear, like it might be the head of a statue.
Okay, caught my head to the side, look at it, and gesture toward the rest.
And
Toward
looking at
the head.
looking at it more closely, it's not a regular stone. This is definitely a head of a statue. It seems to have been broken off at some point. You can see part of the shoulder still there, and it's a man's face with like this look of terror on it, exquisitely carved.
I look at Angram in almost Revelation, as far as what he said about the basilisk. Perhaps these creatures you speak of, and I stand there kind of wide-eyed.
Grimmer's blood. I told you. We must proceed carefully.
It's not bad.
Whatever we find, don't look it in the eye. Make sure it doesn't bite you. Those
Well,
things.
what do you find as you climb up further and closer to the source of this light and the smell? You can see now at this point there's a figure in black, and she's just like at the cave mouth. You can see there's light in the cave itself, but there's a fire there, and there's a pot over it, and you have the smell of something she's cooking, which seems to smell kind of like mushrooms, maybe some herbs, mushrooms, that sort of thing. She's just stirring stuff in a pot, and you can see like there's like some wisps of white hair from like this hood.
And it looks female, right? You said there was like,
Yeah,
okay.
Perhaps we should go get Boo to announce
And white hair. We can see white
Right.
hair coming out.
Right.
Okay.
and you can see she turns a little bit. You can see part of her face. It's clearly
Right.
weathered older woman.
So I'll say. Sorry. Hail, good crone. We come seeking the oracle. Are you her?
What have you brought me? What have you brought, Agatha? And she turns towards you, and you can see her eyes are white.
White. Okay. So she seems
That,
blind.
that's very oracle-y.
We were told to bring what? I forgot to check the last episode. So
All you heard was like sometimes she requires gifts, sometimes she requires service.
that's right. That's right.
I'm gonna elbow Torsten and hide my gems.
Hide your what?
My gems,
His
like I'm gonna
gems.
like tuck them under my cloak and elbow Torsten.
And she keeps stirring the stuff, and she takes out her spoon and sips whatever kind of broth she's making.
So I huddle over to the rest of the guys, and I said, "Well, we got the treasure from the owl bear, and there's
Perhaps she
jewels.
needs some meat for her soup.
That's a good. That's we can offer that regardless. But
And even though you guys are kind of whispering to each other, it says, yes, do I have to just eat these mushrooms and herbs? You have meat to give to Agatha.
we have meat, good
Give her a
mother.
couple of steaks.
Oh, meat you have. Bring it here. Bring it here.
All right, so let's hand it to her.
Starts to put the meat like right over the fire, so a little like grill, but you know what I mean. Like put it in the fire, and you can see it's cooking and smells delicious. You brought Agatha. Good meat, good food. It is hard for Agatha to catch anything anymore. How many of you? And she's like looking at with her hands now. She's always like puts her hands right on Argram. Strong men. How many?
5 of us have come.
Let me touch your faces. It's like touching Arndem's face already. And
We are
Everybody letting-
warriors of the Iron Eagle. Far from our homes.
you must sit and eat with me. You must sit and eat with me. Don't get many visitors.
At this time, I take off my cloak if indeed we've tanned some, and try to walk around there and put it over his shoulders, and perhaps we can bring you food supplies for this bitter winter, and a little bit of warmth. And I lay the cloak across her shoulders as she's sitting down, and then sit down beside her.
Oh, you're very kind, sir. Have some. And she takes the broth, and she's got a spoon out, just holding it right over to Dietrich.
Okay,
It's
I go ahead and take it.
restorative.
I go ahead and take it. I slurp it, like, so she can hear.
It's not awesome, but okay. So she eats a tremendous amount of this meat. Like, well, it's still like kind of half raw. And she's, you're wondering how she can chew it with like almost no teeth.
Mm.
And she seems to be quite into the meat and everything like that. Just come in. You must have many questions. You come to see the Oracle. You found her.
Good.
So she's taken you into the cave, which seems to go, back quite a bit. And there's actually torches on sconces, which seems odd considering
Chip,
she appears to be blind.
Hmm. Is
You
someone
don't-
here with you, Oracle? Do you have people to tend to your needs?
You've tended to my needs well enough. Come. You must have many questions.
where are you taking us?
Just follow. You will see. And the floor is getting started to get a little misty.
All right, so I look at the others and I go, avert your eyes, right?
So she
I
brings
keep
you.
my eyes inverted.
I'm looking at the ground, right?
Yeah, the mist at the ground. Yeah, as we walk in.
Well, looking at the ground, the further back, you can see that the room, the cave is starting to open up quite a bit, and it's kind of warm in here.
This is a strange place.
And you realize on one side of the wall on the left as you come in is actually like a fireplace, like carved right out of the rock. And so there's a fire in there, which probably explains the warmth. There's quite a bit of mist on the floor. And if you raise your eyes just enough, you can see that across the room from you, which is not a huge room, but it's about you're about 40 feet from where this is this enormous, maybe like 15 to 20 foot long block of marble. It's mostly white with the kind of the black swirls in it, like a bunch of letters or symbols carved into it that you don't recognize whatsoever in it. And like I said, it's got to be 15 or 20 feet long, but it looks like it's a rectangle as far as you can see with a long end towards you. And it's up about, let's say maybe not chest height, but middle of the abdomen height,
So perfect for sacrifices.
Yeah, not so bad.
Yeah,
So you can't tell,
fair.
is it an altar? What the heck is this table? Something like that. And behind it, shrouded in the mist, you can see a figure. And she comes closer because you can see now this is clearly female. You can't tell if she's coming closer, so she's probably not sitting. If she's standing, you can only see the bottom half of her. And she's got a reddish robe, with a hood, and the hood's kind of pulled down, halfway over her face. she's got these black gloves on, like jet black gloves that come all the way up to like, almost to her elbows. And the most curious thing about her is on her face is this mask, and it's like that tragedy mask,
Mhm.
but it's clearly female.
I can imagine the tragedy.
It's clearly female. And the only thing that otherwise you can make out is her eyes, which are like these, almost like piercing blue. But you really can't see anything of her. And you can hear a voice, a very seductive feminine voice. You've come to seek the oracle.
I believe we found her.
Yeah, I keep my eyes down, right? I say, yes, we come seeking wisdom and guidance.
Come closer, barbarian.
So I move forward.
We will discuss payments soon enough. I know you've brought me something. And the mist in the room starts to get thicker. What are your questions?
Our clan is custodian to a great treasure. And once it was stolen and we managed to recover it. But ever since, we've been harried by dark forces seeking to seize it again. Our people are scattered and our lands are invaded. So we want to know how best to save this relic, preserve this relic, and keep it from those who would steal it from us. What shall we do with this relic of ours?
And she says, show me.
So
You have nothing to fear.
I draw the hammer and I show it to her.
He says, place it upon the block.
I'll do it. Place it on the block.
Okay, so she touches it, and you can see her eyes close, even behind the mask. And the room really starts to fill with mist quite a bit. And you can see all of a sudden, like the mist start to take shape, and you can see figures. You can see like people that you know in the clan of the Iron Eagle. You can see all of a sudden, you can see Lothar One Eye of the clan of the Bear. And you start to see this picture of, or image of Lothar and the clan of the Bear and various people that he's had with him laying siege to a large city, which looks like Cromarium.
Ooh.
And you can see with him, there's members of various tribes. Some tribes you recognize. None of your people that you see, but I mean it's just like fleeting images, but you can see all of a sudden those pigmen fighting alongside him, and apes, the ape men of Kor, fighting alongside him. And the image shifts, and all of a sudden you can see this featureless plain. And they're, Mizgit, right off the, out of the gate, you realize it's like part of your dreams. It's exactly what this thing is.
Yep.
And you can see these various creatures, and there's becoming this kind of summoning. And you see many these squat, little ugly little men with their arms like way too long, And these other creatures walk around that look like scorpions with the top halves of men, wandering around, and hooded figures, all sorts of stuff, going on. And she looks up. I can see that the men of Zin have some purpose for this hammer. This is the hammer that forged the sword of Kram, who men in your world call Kimmer.
So the legends tell us.
Oh, they are not legends. They are not legends. They just forged that sword. This is a mighty relic. And with it, they plan to open. No, they plan to break a gate into. She's like, stop. She's like, no. If they succeed in this, a terrible thing happens to us all. There's dire consequences for the land, perhaps more than the land of Hyperborea. And I also see that if this relic is not returned to its rightful place with your tribe, that the clan of the Iron Eagle will be scattered to the four ends of the earth, never to reunite, and shall be nothing but a memory.
Pretty clear.
The men of Zin, they will not stop harrying you. And she looks directly to Nesgit. So it appears that you may need to take the fight to them. For they wish this more than anything. If you cut the head off, very often the snake will die. You see like almost like a sense of mirth in her voice as she says that. And chuckles somewhat.
Show
And
us.
What?
Show us this man. Show us this head of the snake that we must cut off.
And on the plains, like the you can see it's almost like I hate to say a camera panning around, but you're seeing like various figures until you finally see one one man with a robe, and like this kind of like circlet around his head, and he appears to be quite old and withered. This is the head of the snake.
Am I familiar? Have I seen this in my dreams? And I haven't seen this guy in my dreams.
Oh yeah, this guy. Yeah, you're not familiar with who he is,
but I've seen it.
Yeah, and as you're getting closer to it, you're looking upon this man as like you're like almost like watching, a we'll say a television show, but that's like you're watching something, and all of a sudden this figure turns right towards you, towards Mizgit, and says, "Mizgit, bring it to us now."
Like Grimmer.
Looks, and then like that particular form, he just kind of dissipates as he's made of nothing but mist.
What the hell, Magpie?
The hell, Max? The hell, this oracle?
I told you on the mountain, and I pointed Magpie and Grimace.
What do you mean, Dietrich?
When he held the child aloft, he called you by name. The wizard
And
on the isle.
but to what end?
You knew he harried your dreams then. He troubled you then. You've known all along you didn't speak to us.
These were any dreams I've had have been fever dreams. We've been in battle for. When can you remember we weren't? I've not rested in full health since I can remember. How was I to know these silly dreams were something of reality, something summoning me?
Silly, and I pound my hand on the stone table. You see the recognition fly across your face now. Do you think they're silly now?
Oracle,
Yes,
you,
Biscuit.
I will. I will give you any gem in my bag, any dagger I have found. Why does your vision know who I am? How is that possible?
What we see are shadows of reality. However, that does not mean that the reality at the other end does not see our shadows. Clearly, you are bound to this man in some way.
In what way? Before we came upon that camp, that orgy of magic and evil, I had never seen anything of this sort.
Clearly, he knows who you are, where you are. You lead him right to us. And the hammer. I look at Angram.
Mhm.
You endanger us all, Biscuit.
No, his answer is, look at Dietrich. His answer has the ring of truth to it. And looks back to Biscuit. Yes, it rings true.
His ring is cursed.
Good thing. And I'll try to visibly like tear it off. This which I cannot remove. I have no choice in this matter.
Is the ring the link to this person?
She closes her eyes again. And give me your hands, Biscuit.
Willingly give her my hand.
She takes your hands, and underneath the gloves, you get her hands must be rock hard. Like they do not feel like
stone.
your hands. It's like way too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Warm though, right to the gloves. And she closes her eyes. It is hard to say, although I feel that your souls have been linked. But this is not irreversible. And she opens her eyes. It's like, I believe I know what my payment shall be.
Name it.
I wish for the head of the witch queen with Ythorian. Not her head. That would be too hard. Only of her consort.
The head of who? The Ithorian?
The consorts of the witch queen of Ythorian.
Of which queen?
His name is Dargo Valamort. He is the current consort of this witch queen.
Say the name one more time.
Witch queen of Ythorium.
Ithorian. And the consort's name is?
Dargo Valamort. You're looking for page 542 and 543 in the second edition.
Oh, damn.
Cool. Well, at least we have a name. And they are in the Plateau of Zin?
No. The witch queen of Ythorium? She is in Ythorium itself, and all of a sudden the mists start to turn, and you can see like this aerial view of Hyperborea. It's quite remarkable, actually. This giant hex. It looks like this huge island, and you can see it's almost on the complete opposite side of the world. In the middle of the Zakath Desert, there's this tower raising up, almost right in the middle of the desert, in this big city.
Whoa.
So
she wants the head of her consort?
Their consort.
payment. Okay.
She said, bring me her head, and I will aid you.
you can remove this ring. Or the connection.
She gets closer to you and puts her hands down on the stone, and you can hear like almost like a clank when her hands hit the stone. Bring me the head of her consort, and I can aid you, and will aid you.
Sounds like we know what we have to do.
What of the hammer?
Don't lose it.
So is it safest with us?
I can tell you this, brother Arngrim, it is safest away from me. I have had dreams telling me to bring it to this head, this shriveled sorcerer.
But as the oracle say, we need
Where
to cut off the head of the snake. We use you as bait to do this.
But we cannot leave neither the hammer nor the magpie behind. So dangerous as it may be, I think we do not have that option, my friend, unless you plan to stay here with the ladies.
It's a death sentence.
And you hear it behind you. You should have him stay here. He can hunt more. Agatha's not eaten so well in ages. And this causes a little bit of mirth from the oracle too. You can hear the oracle kind of snicker beneath the mask.
I look at the crone and said, "Sorry to tell you, mother, but he's not the best huntsman amongst us. You'd have to find other uses for the boy."
Yes, Thor.
Oh, I can think of other uses.
But you can.
But just to make sure I'm understanding this correctly,
Mhm.
we've confirmed that it's the sorcerers of Zin who are after the hammer, right? But the guy who knows Misket by name is the consort?
No, he's the sorcerer of Zin.
No,
Oh, he's the sorcerer
Yeah,
of Zin.
he's the sorcerer
I
of
got
Zin.
confused there in between. The
consort
payment.
is
You guys have to
yeah.
understand that this is amazing, so that we can go back to our grasslands, forested grassland homeland to take care of this. We first have to go to a lost city in the middle of a desert
Mhm.
while dressed in leather studded with iron. This is amazing.
You don't have to, you know.
We
It
have
sounds
to.
awesome. It sounds awesome.
Yeah, but
Have to.
I mean,
You're not
just to
listening
get
me.
that ring, just to break a
You-
connection with the sorcerer of Zen, with Mizkit, when we need that connection to attract.
Dude, we're barbarians. We have to go to cross the desert and go to the lost city.
This is
Otherwise-
compulsory. It's compulsory. You use your
otherwise-
barbarian
Death
card
sentence.
memberships
We're not honoring the source material if we don't
correctly.
mhm.
This is a
But you know,
death
as
sentence.
you guys are discussing where the hammer would be the safest, and you know the oracle still looks and looks at you, and once again the mist kind of shift back towards this Lothar One Eye, as he's having this siege laying on Camaria, and you can see once again the orcs and 8 men of all fighting right alongside
Yeah.
his hordes. So he seeks the hammer because he knows it is an item of power, but he does not know where it is. If he gains the hammer, he will be a mighty despot. I have no use for the hammer here. I do not believe it is safest here. The men of Zin, if they get the hammer, they will open up the gate to, I cannot even say it, but that would be the end to the world, perhaps reality. And if your tribe does not keep the hammer, then they're scattered and dissolve into nothingness. I believe the hammer might be safest with you, as strange as it sounds.
And the only way that you'll help us is if we bring you the head of the consort.
Well, she has helped us. This is payment now
Well,
to
she did
break the
say she
ring,
would
right?
help us, you know? I
Well,
mean,
that's
I
true.
don't care if that Mizzget stays on
she,
the,
she
on
would
the hand.
help with the ring.
Ring. No, I think, didn't she imply that she would help? Past that, I
And-
mean, the world
and
is fake.
she leans over the stone more, and clinks her hands on the ends of the stone altar, and you can see like her torso is way too long
Oh, jeez.
as she does this, and she looks right Dietrich, and I said, "Bring me the head of Dargo Vilmlet, the consort of the Witch Queen of Euthorium, and I will aid you."
Yeah.
Very simple.
Okay, I turned silently and look at the rest. She just confirmed what I was saying.
Yeah. So we thank you for your wisdom, Oracle. I believe we are bound for Ithorium.
Gee, wow. Sorry, that was out of character.
Excellent.
Yeah, it seems it's our fate. Be the fate of the world.
It's a heavy burden to carry, but it seems if we do not, we need to get those sorcerers off our trail. Would
I lay a
help
hand on Ingram's shoulder. Indeed, brother, keep the hammer close.
How best to get there is the question. Along the coast again?
Oh, that would take us forever.
Through
'Cause
the
we're-
mountains?
Well, yeah, I mean, gosh. Because it's on,
It's on the other side of the world.
yeah, practically. We're like, if the map is cardinal directions, like, yeah, we're covering almost the entire landmass. But going around
Right. We could keep
is,
going clockwise like we've been going along the coast, because we are at Mount Fort and they're laying siege to Chromarium. Right? You said Chromarium?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the enemy is south.
mm-hmm.
So we
Clan of the Bear. Both are one eye.
Well, there's only two real choices, right? It's clockwise or counterclockwise. If they're distracted down south, we could make our way east. It's not east because the compass rose doesn't really work. But for our purposes, it would be east through the steppe, because there's less
Mhm.
mountains there, and this brings us close to Zin. But it also, we could make it through Dunwich, Bogrest, the Gal Hills, and there's deserts and mountain ranges to cross. Red Desert and up to the mountains, to the Sakath. Or we could catch a boat. We could make our way east to the city of Gal at the Gal Hills and take a ship there to take us to Zambala by the edge of the Sakath Desert. That would probably be fastest, because otherwise we would have to cross the mountains here west, then cross what seems to be swamps to this place marked Wold Felora, then probably north to Orcust, and there take ship along the coast because there's lots of small villages. Near the Pictish pass through the Pictish Channel and the Crab Archipelago to the lands of Eskimo Bay, and then make our way to the Sakath.
It could be that.
So yeah, so it's either or. They're both bad choices,
Yeah, well, of course they are.
of course, but worst, it wouldn't be fun if it weren't.
Yeah, exactly.
So
The
And of
question
course,
is,
you're
yeah.
looking at this map of hyperboard like in the mists as you're like
right,
deciding what you're planning to do.
I think heading across, either crossing the mountains or across the northern part of the Canarian steppe should be our first path. Who knows? Maybe we don't have to go all the way to Gal. Maybe there's in one of the smaller villages
on the coast.
on the
Yeah.
coast, we can catch a ship.
A brave man willing to cross the mountains. Agatha play. It's like going up to Tarston. Brave man. And she comes up with a sack. She produces a sack, and it's this leather sack. And she said, "Put the head in this. That'll make sure it doesn't rot on the way back."
All right.
Okay.
I put it in my pack.
I say we go through the steppe. It's
Yeah.
our homeland. It's
Well, we need to be away from
what we know best. They're distracted down south at Cromarium.
well, we need to stay away from the sphere of influence where the sorcerer of Zen has his influence.
So if we head straight east, I'm trying to maybe we could. I mean, the closest place to get a ship would be that same town of Brigands Bay where we met our good friend.
Shit, I don't relish the thought of that again.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
doesn't.
But hey, that's the closest.
Yeah.
It's the closest. One of the villages at Brigands Bay.
There's,
That's
I mean,
true.
there's the river that goes up to Lake Nova. Like we
Right.
could run along that. There's a river there. Instead of going into the bay, we go into the river and travel upstream. And that would get us up to Borgrest.
I mean, we've got enough gems to get passage on either ship or caravan or what have you.
That's a good point. We could cross the Cimmerian steppe, cross the woods north of Brigands Bay, and that way we only have to cross the forest, not the mountains. Then we could make our way north to Bogrest, right? And it's all plains, right? Except for the forest itself, but most of it is plains.
Yeah,
The
which we know
only
how to
problem is
traverse.
it brings us close to Zin.
Yeah.
Right. So
There's-
either we grab a ship at Brigands Bay, or we grab a ship at Gaul, which is a larger town.
Yeah, if you go that way, yeah.
Ooh.
The last time I threw up half my guts on that ship, though. If we know how to get across
Yeah.
the plains with the
Right.
horses and we know how to navigate them,
Dude.
maybe we could.
Have any of us ever been to Gaul? I wonder.
I don't think so, right?
Probably.
I
not, no.
don't believe so. Yeah, I would say no.
We're first level dudes living in the
Uh,
ball.
Although based just on the icons of the map, I would say Gaul probably has the most options coming out of it.
Probably,
Right.
yeah.
Because it's a big city, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and it's a port town.
Right. So there's bound to be commerce to different places, and
Yeah,
uh,
I think that might be our best bet.
and hopefully we don't run into the same captain because we might kill him.
Well, we've got horses too. We got to think about transporting them.
True.
So
Oh, we may have horses. We don't know.
yeah, we may if
Yeah.
we're lucky.
So it's funny, we're gonna wind up right where we started, but hey,
Mm-hmm.
at least we got direction now, right?
Yeah, we've got a mission.
Yeah. So that's a plan, I think. Heading back to the village where we originally took the first boat across the Cimmerian steppe and through the forest. And then from there, we can decide if we take boat there or we cross keep going overland to Bog Rest and then to Gall. I would rather go overland than by boat as much as we can.
Yeah, provided we have horses.
Exactly.
Go right
Yeah.
to the middle. Go right to the mountains.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
other choice. Go right through the middle of the mountains.
Is
There's
there a path? Is there-
volcanoes.
No, it's just like the
No,
worst
it's
place you
like-
can possibly go.
Right. It's just ridiculously.
To go straight through Mount.
Mount Vogel.
Uh-huh.
Mount Vermithadon, and the
Wait, is that vermouth? What?
Ithaqua Vermithadon, and the Ithaqua Plateau,
Plateau.
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
there's
then
that,
the
yeah.
plain of
That's-
Lang,
Yeah.
and
No.
the
No.
interestingly named
Death
Death Valley.
It's
Yeah.
very direct though.
It is.
Oh,
That's
yes,
true.
Death Valley. Extremely direct.
One does not simply walk into the spiral mountain array.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, I'm seeing a whole lot of nope in that plan.
Yeah, well, yeah, the best plan right now seems to be trying to cross the north of the Kimmeridgian steppe. Interestingly, there are villages there, so hey.
Well,
Mhm.
All right, guys, looks like we have a plan for next session.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
You seem worried, Dietrich.
Oh, yeah, I just don't want us being tracked. And I glance over at Mizigan.
Well, there's
But I'll
one.
be, and I said, but I'll be ready if the
There's
dev
a-
sorcerer shows his.
There's an easy way to get rid of that ring. Well, not
In-
easy, but there's a
in-
quick way to get rid of it.
In
It's-
theory, and I have thought about this. I think
Yeah.
Ivan has too. Because the Oracle said there is a connection to me.
Hmm. So just
And
removing the ring.
I have to imagine removing my finger
Mhm.
is probably not going to solve our problem.
Right.
If I had to, if I had to wager a guess,
Just pull a Frodo, man. You can do it.
Well,
I need a volcano first, I think.
Just get us there. I'll throw you in.
all men
Notice
die.
Boog
So
is being
kind.
very quiet.
So Thorsten says, enough of this. All men die. Most men don't even get to pick when or how. We'll do our best while we draw breath.
Right on. So are you taking your leave of the Oracle as we bring this session?
Yes.
Then it is settled.
I think we will. Yes.
So you're able to rest, make your way back down the mountain in much less time. Not get attacked by any other horrible creatures. Go past the frozen corpses of the owlbear, which seem to have been
Pickling.
munched on quite a bit.
Oh,
Like, I mean, you're just like looking at like something else ate a lot of one of these, a lot. So perhaps you didn't, get, perhaps there may be some other
didn't get the apex predator.
That's possible, but something definitely ate a lot of one of these things. And you finally get back down to the town, the village where Gorham has been waiting. And so you ask as you pull in, like, so how did it go? What did this oracle say?
Who's this? The woman?
Gorham, the trader. He's been down there.
Oh,
kinda
the
waiting.
trader.
Yeah.
And your horses, in fact, were still alive.
Nice.
So we are bound east, friend, across the Cimmerian steppe.
To go where?
Ultimately, to come back.
Well, we've been tasked on a.
To our destiny, friend.
That's a good answer.
Mm.
In search of our destiny, friend.
Well then, it seems that our ways will part. He puts his hand on your shoulder. It's been good making your acquaintance.
Yeah.
May you not die.
And to you, brother.
We'll
you for
meet
your
again.
help.
I
Yeah.
gotta saddle up my horse.
Alrighty.
Great.
Well, you guys have a plan.
Yeah.
We're playing barbarians in a sword and sorcery game. We have to go to the lost city.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sorry. There's just like no.
Otherwise, our clan may lose its accreditation.
Yeah.
You gotta get your badge. Yeah.
Hey, so Ivan, I think I missed. Did you tell me what kind of sword this magic sword was?
I
Not
didn't.
the enchantment, but what type of sword? Was it like
Did-
a 200 sword or long?
It's
Did you tell Jose what kind of longsword is the longsword that he got?
No, I didn't. He hasn't used it yet.
Hmm.
No, not the magic. But is it a long sword? Is it a 200 sword? Is it a short sword?
Which kind of sword is it, and why is it a longsword?
It's a
the-
long sword. Yeah, it's a long
It's
sword.
a long sword.
First thing.
Excellent. That's
got a
what I
massive-
was asking.
Which
They're
kind of
all-
weapon is it, and why is it a longsword?
It's probably gonna need
Also-
a massive blood groove in it.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
still.
like to assume anything, right? So
There's a very. I can't believe you guys got out of the owlbear thing. I really thought that was just me going to die on that one. So that was interesting. I don't think I've ever had the heart to stick more than one owlbear on the party. And
a third level party of
right, and
That's
yeah,
pretty
and there's
devastating. Yeah.
and
Yeah, no, it was. It was
Yeah.
quite
oh,
devastating.
yeah. And
the luck was that we got to take out the small one pretty fast.
Yes.
That was really the
Yeah.
lucky part.
No, really. I mean, their plan was like take one of you, the other one provide some cover and
So one of us would be gone.
just eat one of you. You know,
Yeah.
like pick the week off, and they're predators, man. They're not there to fight you guys to the death. They're there to get dinner.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
And of course,
that's-
there's something very, very ironic about the Oracle scene too. But I'm sure you'll figure it out sooner or later.
Yeah, that was a bit creepy.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
I'm
the
sure
good,
they.
the good thing about the owl bear fight is that it seems reasonable. That's what the animal would do, right? Because
Yeah.
most people can't resist the temptation of putting the owl bear in and doing like 3 attacks each round until you kill a couple of people. And this feels like an animal, right? It's like, okay, no, I just grab one of them and go, right? And it's like, yeah. And
Well, yeah,
You-
that's
you-
what I figured it would do. It's I kind of looked at the grapple rules. I'm like, yeah, those will work. So it's not really trying to attack you. I mean, it's trying to grab you and run.
You know what I had the audacity of thinking? Right when I jumped on that thing, I think I'm gonna try to subdue animal. And then he
Very off.
killed it.
Yeah.
Immediately killed it after that. So, well,
Oh yeah. That's awesome.
nice.
I'd love to be riding that in the battle. Oh, so sorry.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was cool, guys. It was cool. Even though the last bit of it were you guys planning, but that's cool. At least you guys
Yeah.
know where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Like there was no like you have to do this, you have to do that. But like,
No, it's like, but
But
it felt important to seek some sort of guidance, right?
Yeah.
This is what-
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't wasn't a plan to like have the consort be at the opposite end of the world. It's just like that's like one of the coolest drawings in the entire book is the Witch Queen of Euphoria. I'm like, oh wow, that's really far. But the good news is she doesn't want her head. She
That's
wants
fine.
her consort's head. And you can see like there's like no stats for this Witch Queen either. It's just like, up to you what she's like.
Your imagination.
Use your imagination.
It was awesome. And I love the
Yep.
concept, obviously.
Yeah.
So,
No, this is good.
I don't even know what that creature was that was the statue in the front, that giant.
yeah.
That's good. That's gonna be interesting.
And what do we think the
I'm
Oracle is?
Medusa.
Yeah. That's what we're
And-
thinking.
And what did the Medusa just ask you to do?
Bring a head This is the opposite of the, yeah.
Yeah.
Little ironic, isn't it?
Mhm.
It's the reverse of Clash of the Titans, right? Put the
Mhm.
bag in the
Yeah.
nice. Put the hero's head in the bag instead of the Medusa's head. That was awesome. Yeah, it makes sense that the assistant is blind,
Mhm.
right? So she's
Yeah.
like safe.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
that
sure which
is-
one was
that-
creepier.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
Yeah.
both
And
pretty
particularly how she was looking at Misgut at the end. That was really creepy.
Yeah.
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 Ah, you can say. I like him. All right, guys.
awesome.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
It was awesome. I
always
was-
is.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
I will